What happened? What the hell happened to you?
She turns, looks left and right, and says, I had a disagreement with Eugene. It's nothing. Don't worry about it. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. I'll get him back.
Be careful.
Eugene is one of the people who is at the table with you.
Wait. If you don't mind, let me take care of that.
What do you mean? What do you mean? It's okay. It's okay. Listen, I don't want anything to happen to you. She says, I don't want anything to happen to you, and she's trying to dry off and get dressed and talk to you.
Kara, it's fine.
Okay.
I have something. I mean, it's not only you. So don't worry.
I need you to have a conflict.
Don't worry.
I need you to have a conflict here because I want to see whether you can. First of all, does anyone want to give anyone any fan mail from the 6 points in the audience pool? Just pointing that out there, sitting there unfan mailed at this.
Yeah, I can give out one. I can give one. What was?
Give it to
Elma.
Elma. Okay.
Yeah. He's going to do something.
Yes, although it should be, for a reason. You can say what you liked or something like that.
I like that she's standing up. That this is not okay.
Right.
That's why. It might go overboard, but it's okay.
Let me put it this way: that he just tried to embarrass me down there in the cafeteria was fine, but this is a little bit too much even for Sam.
Aha. So
go girl.
All right. I will usually not remind you like this, but just because we are playing by screen, does anyone else want to distribute fan mail to anything? I mean, think back in the last couple of scenes.
Yeah,
I did.
I want to give one to all of you, one each. But I'm thinking, first of all, I want one to an excellent break into my quarters.
Like the break-in, yes.
Yes, I like the break-ins, and I also like Mark's way to kind of dragging me into really big troubles from being a project manager.
And
I also
getting
like
busted too. That's also fun. Yes.
Yeah, I like that too. So last but not least, Sam's like standing up to the bully.
Right.
Yeah. So
okay.
So
that's
there's
3
one left then, or let's give it to Gerard then, because is beginning to soften up to getting to know things.
That's right. Oh, you have a fellow crazy spy, is what you have. Yes. Okay.
All right.
And then so there's one audience pool left. I don't know if anybody wants to give it to anyone as fan mail, but they can.
Let's empty it. I give one to Max.
Okay.
If I didn't already do it, because that's something I don't remember.
Right.
Is it once per scene or once per scene?
So we are being a little bit retroactive right now because we played several scenes. And so I'm keeping track to make sure that nobody is doing it double. But we have had several scenes, so it actually works pretty well. So I think it's fair to stop every few scenes and think back a little bit and say, okay, what do we want to do?
Max, you had 2 scenes, right?
Yeah. Well, we have just emptied the audience pool now with that last one you
okay.
gave him. So
well, that's
Max
fine.
has 2, Sandra has 3, Ola has 1, Helma has 2.
Do I have 2?
Max has 2 fan mail.
Mm-hmm.
Did I? I thought I had 3, then 0, and then I got 1 now. But okay. Yeah,
I have been tracking it with my little counters here, and I trust
I trust you.
Yeah.
I have two.
I think I have one, but it's
Ola has one.
Yeah, good.
Okay. So therefore, I'm done with my scene unless shall we do that? I think that I'm ready to close that. I don't see a conflict between you and Kara, although we can finish.
Unless you want really to try to stop me.
That's what I was thinking about, but I don't think so. I think that I'm going to be a little bit more interested in Kara saying something like, I think Kara's going to be doing her best to seem like you guys are, friends interacting in this friendly way, but you have caught her in a moment that for a fellow worker is of no interest whatsoever. They have everybody in her team has seen them each other scrub themselves with soap, and it means nothing, right? This is just work. But you were different. You can see she's being strangely shy, when she gets dressed. And it's true that in the working situation nobody stares, but still she's being strangely shy when she gets dressed. And so that's all I have to say about that. So then we have somebody else can begin a scene. Remember, we have been at doing this for maybe a little too long, and so I suggest that we move along with the situations that we have and resolve some things for the episode. And I'm running out of budget too.
The only thing I could do is, I got these herbs, and the only thing I can do is that there's some kind of, I don't know, toxin or poison or something. There's something with them. I haven't figured out what yet. Just conclude that there's something. And I would just ask Sam if she has accidentally used these or used them on purpose, and what the effect was in that case.
So I imagine we are right now. You are just adding a little extra to your previous scene, and that's okay. And I presume that that she hasn't done anything with it. She has just carried it around and looked at it, but that is all. So do you want to begin a scene and tell us where we are and who is there and what is happening?
Yeah, I could seek Sam out and in her quarters maybe, and tell her that I have done some studies and there seems to be some sort of toxin or poison or something. There's something with them that.
Oh yeah, there is some very intense biochemical compounds in there.
Yeah, yeah, and I don't have the right equipment to figure this out quickly, so I will have to do some workarounds to see if I can find anything out. But there's some, yeah, it does. I don't know if it's just some drug or if they're used to poison or what they're used for. So
okay,
I will have to work on that.
All right. So, Sam, what are your thoughts in this interaction with Nia, who is telling you her update?
Well, I've told her earlier I don't want to have that stuff back, but I'm realizing that maybe
You do.
I do. A little bit depending on how dangerous it is.
She doesn't know yet. Yeah.
She doesn't know yet. So I don't know if I want to hint it to her right now. As she's coming to me and telling me stuff, she hopefully will come back another time and telling me more.
I think we should get right to it.
Okay.
Is everybody seeing what I'm seeing with Sam?
I don't know, but I think so.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, Helma, tell me what you want to do, and what do you tell Nia?
Well, okay, Nia, do you think? Oh, damn it! Do you remember this morning? You were in the cafeteria too, right?
No, I don't think Nia was.
You weren't. Oh, damn.
If I was in the vents, but I don't think so.
Right.
No.
Basically, there's that guy who's picking mainly on me, but he really is a bother, and I'd like to get back to him somehow. I mean, if this stuff isn't... I mean, I don't want to hurt him, really, but if it isn't too dangerous, if you find out something that's, let's say, messy but not dangerous, could I get back some of it? I mean, I know I said I don't need it, but, well...
So,
Sandra, never mind.
Sandra, what do you say?
Let's make use of the situation.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, Sam, you brought it up to the wrong person.
I was just hoping that Sam would say what you wanted to use it for. But I would say that these aren't... they won't kill anyone, and they won't give anyone, life-threatening or harm someone for life.
Footnote. I hope.
Yeah, I hope. I haven't got as I said, I don't have the right equipment, so I'm not.
But can you get it?
I mean, anything. But I do believe that this herb is kind of harmless. It will probably just dose the person out if you were to draw its oils out in a drink, or maybe crumble it down in the food or anything. And I think of the results that I got, it seems similar to another substance that can cause temporarily memory loss of the short-term memory, but it will come back, after the toxins wears out.
Okay, just so everybody understands what's going on, technically what Sandra is doing is suggesting to the producer what this stuff can do. And since the producer is spineless and has no will of his own, really, the producer is saying, what an excellent idea, and it is becoming reality because of that. So, letting you know that there is technically a little loop through me when it comes to this kind of content. I am just very easy, that's all. Okay, so in that case, I believe that the question here is whether you succeed in poisoning, or shall we say, mildly poisoning Eugene, or at least giving him a very unpleasant drug experience of some kind. Is that what we are about to do?
I think so, because I have no real reason to doubt Nia if she's like...
Okay, so in this case...
I wouldn't know why I should.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sure, I had a feeling she's up to no good when we were out there in Moonville, but I have no reason to believe that it's something like this, and that she would use me in this way. So, yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Basically, it sounds like exactly what I
perfect.
want to have.
Okay.
I'm glad I could help.
Okay.
So let's guess who's making muffins for breakfast for her co-workers.
Okay. Excellent.
Because if it's harmless, why not get them all? Then he at least can't guess what's going on
the
and
audience
who was
pool is empty
the
right now, because I think you would get three fan mail just for saying that.
Yeah.
There's no fan mail, unfortunately.
I know we are out of audience budget right now, but audience pool. But what we are going to do is I have your 2 cards and I have my 1 card. The question is whether Sandra is involved as well in the conflict, just because she is involved at least indirectly in this process. What I'm saying, Sandra, is do you want your cards involved?
That would be great.
Okay, here they are over here with Sandra's cards.
Are you
All of them.
cooking, like baking muffins together? And
A lot of
No, not
muffins.
necessarily. She is just working
He
on...
gets into the kitchen when I'm messing around there.
Right.
Sorry, that's my job.
I am going to say that
Thanks.
Sneaky is definitely involved. Or Sandra.
sneaking poison into the muffins.